Okay, usually when it's booting like this, looks like we are live. Alrighty. Nope. Good evening, everyone. I am live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this live show. Welcome to the Mastermind Journey series. My name is Maribel Chima. I am the founder of the Parenting Through Mentorship Academy and PTM Resources. And yes, the proud matron of the Mastermind Circle with Kansi. If you are here with me in the house, please let me see you in the comments. Let me see you make some noise in the comments. Let me know that you are here and let me know that you are ready for the show this evening. All right. So the mastermind journey is a recount of the journey of our parents or the partners in the mastermind circle. So today is episode 7. We've had a number of parents and a number of children join us. Children, that is the mastermind partners, join us to tell us their story and how far they have come, or how much progress, or how that journey has been in the last, for some of them, 7 months, for some of them 1.5 years that they have been in the Mastermind Circle program. Now, in case you don't know about the Mastermind Circle is a peer mentorship and accountability group, okay, for children between ages 6 and 14. What we do in the mastermind is we help children begin their journey of consolidation. Yes, we understand that at some point, every child will have to take the front stage of their lives. Yes, at every point, every child will have to understand that they are the most important people in their own lives. Yes, the children will have to understand that they should take the front stage, because the decisions that they make, the choices that they make as individuals, is going to affect them today and most especially in their future. Now, because they are children, they don't understand some of these facts. Because they are children, they don't understand the consequences. They don't understand what some of the consequences of their actions, okay, and decisions that they are making today could be in the future. So what we do in the mastermind is we have those children come together, and then we begin to help them understand their role in their own lives. We don't leave it at that. We help them begin to understand that they can actually take their role and be effective in championing their own lives. We teach them to set goals for themselves, and then we help them go on a journey to actualize or to execute those goals. And you know what happens with each passing day, week, and month? These children begin to understand themselves and know themselves so much that they understand that there is so much they can do. We limit our children way too much. That is what most parents in the mastermind circle are beginning to understand, that these children have the capacity for so much. And I'm not saying them doing things that are not age appropriate. No way. I'm talking about them doing things that they can actually do, but are not doing because we don't give them the opportunity to be present in their own lives. I'm not going to tell you about all that happens in the mastermind or all about this progress, because, hey, we are dealing with real people, and these real people can actually share their experiences and share their own stories with you. And that's what this program is about. That's what the series is about. Having the mastermind partners and some of their parents come in here to share their experiences with you. Today, we have a parent of one of our partners. Yes, she's not just, she's a partner and also presently a leader of her group, of her peer mentor group. Okay, so she's going to be with us today, sharing her experience with you, or sharing her experience with all of us, so that we can go with her through that journey, okay, and how far she has come. So I'm going to be bringing my guest on screen right now so that she can join us and share with us her experience being in the mastermind circle. So wait for it. Give me a minute. Wait for it as I get my guest on screen. Uh-oh, what am I doing? Sorry. 1 second, please. I'm supposed to be. Oh, did I lose her? So when you're navigating from a small screen, it makes it a bit tedious. When you're navigating from a big screen, it's not that tedious, but my computer is really very blurry. I will need help with that one of these days. All right, I think my guest is coming on your screen now. Okay, I just invited. Okay, she should be on your screen now. So can you see my guest on your screen? Yes, she should be on your screen. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Gift. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good to be here.
Okay,
Thank
let
you
me
so much
increase
for
the
having
volume.
me. I'm
I can't
okay.
hear
I'm
you
fine.
very
Thank you.
well. Please just give me a second. I can't hear you
Okay.
quite clearly. Okay, so good evening. I don't know, it doesn't sound very loud. I can hear you clearly. I don't know whether it's me or it's everywhere. So can you increase the
Okay.
volume on your device
Now,
just in case? I'm just saying, just increase the volume on your device. Let's see.
can you hear me now?
I can
Can you
hear
hear
you,
me
but it's
now?
faint. But it happened a few times with some of my guests. So, but when you watch the video, you notice that it's okay. So let's just go on. If that's the case, I would just have to strain my ears more so that I can hear you. All right, so welcome. So welcome, Gift. Gift is a Blessing's mom. Blessing is a partner. Amazing, amazing young lady. Okay, so it was Blessing's birthday some months ago, a few months ago, and we're celebrating her. And she sends me, the information, and it's like, oh, coach, it's my birthday today. I'm turning 8. And I'm like, no way, you can't be 8. Like, no, you can't be 8. I didn't know that I didn't know she was 7 all this while because she is so, she's so present. She's so involved. She is doing things beyond her age. And, it just goes to show you that when a child is guided and the child is has the right support, they can actually break all kinds of boundaries and they can actually operate at an optimal level. And to think that whatever level it is that they're operating right now is just a bit of what their capacity is. So thank you so much, Blessings mom. Thank you. You are such an involved parent also. See, my mastermind parents are the real MVPs. They are they're in a league of their own. That's the truth about it. And each day, I can't thank God enough for how blessed, we are to have this kind of parents. And we know that it's partly, it's everything. It's them, it's the system, it's us, it's the support we're giving the children. So, when all of these things come together, right? Parents doing their bit, the children doing their bit, we doing our bits, it comes out as some really amazing thing. And that's what we are saying. That's what we keep saying. This relationship, it's important that as you work with your parents, you look for collaborators who can corroborate a lot of the things that you say to these children. You know how they hear it from you, and then they hear it from somewhere else. And then we place some level of demand or expectations. The moment they hear it from you and they hear it from someone else that they trust or someone else that they respect, it becomes more authentic. It becomes really more authentic. It's like it's like you having a conversation, say, with your spouse or having a conversation with your boss, and then you go to church on Sunday and your pastor is corroborating the same thing that that person was saying. It makes it make more sense. Like, okay, I see. It's some sort of a principle. It's something that successful people know, that that kind of thing. So when you are doing the right thing, it's important that you have people around you who work with your children, who are in sync with you. And that's what, part of what the mastermind is about. So blessings, mom. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for honoring us and being here. When I call them, they show. You see this parent, I call them, they show. Thank you so much. She has so much she's doing today, but she just had to, rush everything just to make sure she's here. So let's quickly do this. Let's do this quickly so that you can go back to your busy schedule. All right. So when did your daughter join the mastermind, and how did you hear about the mastermind in the first place?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I got to know about the mastermind through Facebook. I was just scrolling down, you know, and I saw the ad. And I got your contact, placed a call, and I was so impressed that there's actually a community, like that. And I discussed with my husband and my daughter, and we were so interested. We kept disturbing the coach about it. So we just really wanted to start. So around December last year, that was 2022 December, but everything commenced this year January. So we got to join the mastermind December January, just about 8 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Blessing's mom. I remember when you first reached out. She reached out like many months before the mastermind started. Yeah. She reached out like many months before we started this new cohort. And she just kept on, every after a while she'll reach out again. Oh man, okay. She just kept on reaching out and all of that. She was amongst the first new parents that actually, booked their slots for the new cohort at the time. She was so persistent. You could see that, she wanted something and she had her expectations and all of that. So it's the same thing we're saying right now, just like she did, 10, 11 months ago. You can actually book a slot for your child to join the mastermind for our new cohort that begins in September. So you can book a slot right now and lock that space down so that and you're sure that when it is time, okay, we will just reach out to you and say, okay, let's roll. So Blessings mom, when you were coming, what expectations did you have? What were you looking out for? What did you think, the mastermind was going to be like, and how has that been? That's expectation. You've been here 7 months. Have we met the expectations that you have? Haven't we? Let's talk about that.
Okay, concerning my expectations, I have children that really want to learn. They are so eager to learn anything new at every point in time. So I was quite curious. I didn't see parenting as just maybe academics, all you have to give to the child is just academics, maybe spiritual life, it's just like a rotation school, church, home. I knew I wanted more. I knew there was more to, parenting than I was actually doing. So I had an expectation to get into a system that works. I wanted to have the right strategies. I wanted to have the right tools, in my parenting journey. I wanted to have the right resources. I knew there was more to just educate academic performance. When your children are doing well academically, I knew there was more. And if they are doing well academically, that's a sign that they can actually learn other things. They are open to learn and improve in other aspects and area of their life. So I was very curious. I had expectations. I wanted to know what else can we add, in bringing up our children in our parenting journey. I just wanted to know how we can give them the best tools, work with the best strategies, the best resources. And we actually got into mastermind. And seriously, from the first month, it began with setting of goals. And I was like, what? We had to set goals. We had to create our vision board. And I was like, is this happening with little children? And they were so excited about it. We got all the pictures we needed. We started setting our goals. The different aspects of setting goals. We used to think in Nigeria, it's just academics. Let the children just keep reading the book, or let them just keep going to church, or let them, just have good character. But it's beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start setting goals, and the program, the system, the strategies were so unique. It blew our mind. You had to set goals on academics, on spiritual life, even leisure reading, home management, self-management. You have to set goals on even social skills. You have to set goals on cultural, skills, talent, and your interest, habits training, so
Yeah.
many aspects. And it was so interesting. And our children were so excited about it. Blessing in particular, because she was the one we enrolled. She is the one, because she's still in the cohort. Blessing especially was so excited, and it even rubbed on her younger brother. He was
Yeah.
just 5 then, and we could see him so interested in preparing his vision board, and it took us weeks, but we actually got it done. And they pasted it on the walls of their room, and it's motivated them to keep going. And we can say now we have exceeded our expectations, because most of those goals, setting goals help you know what to do at all times. It
Yeah.
helps you manage your time. And they were able to manage their time. Even in the program, there are daily tools. They give the children daily tools. The coach every morning, sometimes I wonder how she does it, by 6 6 a.m., as early as 6 a.m., the WhatsApp group is full of messages, affirmations, voice messages. And as they are preparing to go to school, they are listening to the voice notes. They have their tools for the day. The tools covers all aspects of this goal setting: the academics, their home management, self-management, social skills, honor, so many aspects. And children, once they have something to do and their interest is in it, they move so fast. So I saw the improvement, and my daughter was just moving, improving. It was so obvious. Anywhere she finds herself, they're wondering, madam, how are you doing this? Sometimes I just smile and, madam, how are you doing this? She's so unique. At this age, she can, do this, she can do that. And I'm just so happy that, God led us to meet Coach Mary Beth and the mastermind in general. So our expectations seriously were exceeded, and we are still in, we are learning more. Sometimes when she sends tools, I'm like, yes, that's it, that's what I've been looking for. As parents, when you have an idea of what you want to do,
Yeah.
for your child. Sometimes it's not as if we don't love our children. We love them, we want the best for them, but we don't just know how to go about it. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
the exact thing to do or to say or to teach. But when you are in a place like the mastermind, you have the right tools, you have the right information, you have the right knowledge. You know how to do it. In fact, she goes as far as telling you, you can do this activity for so minutes. You don't just spend all your day doing one particular thing because that's what you love to do. You're able to balance. There is a balance in all aspects of your life as a child. It helps the child. Even me as a parent, I have learned a lot, and it has helped me. A lot of aspects. Is it the leisure reading, where we get to read at least one book per month as a child? In fact, my daughter goes as far, because she loves reading. She goes as far as reading that of the junior, the junior
And the senior partners.
partners, that of the senior partners. You know, we got her like things fall apart, and before we knew it, she was done with it. She said, "Mommy, get me bigger books, bigger books. These little storybooks are too small." you know our love for reading, our love for building up our life, every aspect of our life
So,
increased. And we just want to say thank you to the mastermind and to Coach Merritt. We are really grateful. Thank you. You really exceeded our expectations. Thank you so much.
All right, so that was actually explosive. Thank you, blessings, mom. Okay, so you see, the thing is, when the first time Kamsin came up, he was like, he talked about the mastermind, like he just fired and talked about the mastermind and everything. Anybody watching will be like, wow, he has the hang, he understands what's happening here. He's in, as in, he's so. And I said that day that it's not just he's the lead partner, and the truth is, it's not just him. Everyone who comes in on this stage, who comes on this stage to talk about the mastermind, is going to talk about it in depth. He's going to talk about it with deep knowledge, because it is a program that is structured, and it's a program where you are involved. As a parent, you are totally involved. As a child, you are involved. It's so hands-on, it's so practical, that you just know what we do. Anybody in the mastermind can tell you our mission, our vision, where we're going to, where we're achieving it, and all of that. And that's it. When you see a system that the people in the system understand the system and understand the goal, and understand the goal and what we want to achieve, it means that every party is in sync. That's what it means. It means every party is in sync, and every party is working, to achieve that goal. And that's what's very important in every establishment, organizations, or whatever. Everybody, every member, every party in that system needs to understand the goal, what we're trying to achieve. And that's where achieving it is possible. So it's not just one person. The head is the one that knows where we're going to, and so it's just dragging everybody along. So the mastermind is such, is that program where even the parents, just look at you now. You might as well be the one running the program. You even know every aspect, that we're educating the children on, because it is that easy to follow the program. It's that easy to be a part of it. It's that easy to follow it. I had a dad that is 8, also. I had a dad here, and she practically analyzed the whole program. Yeah, and we do this also. I had Denzel yesterday. On Thursday, I had Denzel yesterday. Denzel is the youngest partner. He's 6 years old, and he had the hang of what, the mastermind is, what he does, what his whole day is, and all of that. And just like you said, right, there are those things as parents. You have so many things you're doing. We all have our good intentions. But the thing is, a lot of times as parents, we don't even when we listen to all the instructions, we listen to all the trainings and all the information that we get, the issue is always implementation. Now I have all of these informations. I am information loaded. How do I execute? So sometimes that's where many parents hang. So because we know this, I've always worked with parents in the last 3 years of being, since I started the PTM, I worked with parents for the first 3 years, or first 2.5 years, until I realized I am working with these parents. I have them in my programs. We're working, and 6 months they are still struggling. 1 year they are still struggling. Of course, we understand that the struggle is real. And it's possible you don't achieve the things. It's a process, so there isn't really, after 1 year, I've arrived. There's no arriving in parenting. You just keep going. But I realized parents are struggling a lot, and most of it is because they don't have the tools. They don't have it broken down, to tiny pieces that they can take and work with. So I said, something, we would be more effective if we also have the ears of the children. So I'm working with you, and I'm working with the children. So that's where it is like double barrel. You are giving your children, and I'm here corroborating what you are saying, so that way they automatically have you, and then they have some sort of a mentor, and then they now have their peer mentors, and then they now have their groups they now have the groups where it's a whole group of young people like yourself inspiring you. So the mastermind comes at the children, from every angle. Right? We don't want to leave any angle at all. The parent is there, the mentor is there, the peer mentors are there, and then your friends, right, who are who are motivation, who are a motivation and inspiration. So you have motivation, you have inspiration, you have mentorship, you have accountability, you have All of these in one program, and that's what the mastermind is. And it's not just a program where we like, what do we do today? It's a well-tailored curriculum. Well-tailored curriculum to touch on every aspect of the child's life. So we say in the mastermind, just as Mrs. Gift just talked, we say in the mastermind we do kingdom life, self-management, home management, your talent and your skills. Very important. The talent, the skills that you have, we want to hone them. We want to point you to honing them, and we want to hound you until you hone those talents, because we understand that the purpose, your purpose in life is going to get expression through the talents that you have. All of this school that the children are doing, they go to school, they have A pluses. They are not going to carry A pluses on their heads. It is through the skills and the talents that they have that the school that they have gone to will gain expression. That's it. It is when your child is running. I mean, it's when your child comes home. I say this to the children every time. If you come home and you cannot tidy your room, the space where you live in, you can keep it tidy, and you cannot keep your environment tidy, then that school you are going to is rubbish, because you are still an illiterate. If after everything you have learned, you cannot think of a solution to common problems and solve those problems, or at least make efforts towards solving those problems, then the school you are going is null and void. You are still an illiterate. So being literate, I go to school, I'm literate, I know this, I have A pluses. I should see you speak, and I'll be like, this child has to be an A plus student. I should see you do things. So I should see you express empathy and show your love for humanity. And I said, this has to be an excellent student. I should see you love your God so much and discipline yourself to show up in every aspect of your life. And I can say, oh, this definitely has to be an A student, because it is obvious when you are excellent, you will be excellent in every area. We spent a whole month plus with the children, teaching them excellence as a skill. Excellence is not excellence is in every area. In everything that you do, you want to put your best foot out. So the child's grade at the end of a school term or a school year is just the fruit of all the things that they bear within them, all the things that they know, and all the things that they have internalized. So this is what we do in the mastermind. We teach children to internalize every other area of their life. If you can pick a book and read for leisure for 20 minutes, you are reading about Geronimo Stilton and you are reading about rats today. Tomorrow, you are reading about the cow and the lamb. Next tomorrow, you're reading Things Fall Apart. Another day, they are fiction stories, but they are broadening your mind. They're broadening your mind, your power of thinking. They're broadening, they're giving you, they're helping you create scenes and create experiences in your head. Now, apart from that, you pick that book every day and you read it. That is discipline. You're already getting discipline as a person. You know that, oh, it's time to stop reading for leisure and it's time to research something you've done in school. That is discipline. You know that, oh, this is my room. My room is a reflection of who I am. If I am scattered on the inside, I will be scattered on the outside. That is a reflection of who you are. And so it's an expression of, the inside. So what we see on the outside, the grades and all, is just the fruit of what these children have been able to internalize as human beings. And this is what we are about in the circle. Thank you so much, man. It's easy when we have parents who are ready for this journey. So when you are coming to the mastermind, don't come to the mastermind thinking you're just going to dump your children, go for money. It doesn't concern you. No, you are the most important factor in your children's life. How committed you are as a parent will help us finish the job. And you will see it reflect on these children. It will so reflect on these children. So we need parents who are ready to have collaborators who are in sync with you. If you are there in your journey, then come. Bring your children. There's no reason you have 6 to 14-year-olds that they are not in the mastermind. No, there is no reason at all. All right? Okay, so the next question I'm going to be asking is, you've even talked about it, but just tell us in 1, 2, 3 words, how has the mastermind affected you yourself as a human being?
Yeah. Well, for me, it made me more intentional in everything I do as a parent, as a wife, as an individual, every aspect of my life. I think ahead, learning from, I've always had this idea, oh, yes, it's good to set goals. But when we go into the mastermind and we saw that it's not just thinking, you have to write it down, write it down, go back to it, look at how you can achieve it, write down the steps, it's like short-term goal, long-term goal, the different steps you take to achieve that goal. So in every aspect of my life, it has helped me to set goals, be more intentional in thinking about each step I need to take to achieve those goals in every aspect, be it spiritual, in terms of my marriage, my relationship with my children, my business, every aspect. So it has really helped me to be more intentional and to be a visionary parent. I am more visionary than before, That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, ma'am. As I said, I will keep saying it. There is a part of commitment that has to come from you because the child will draw their energy from you. The child will draw their energy from you. So when you come into the mastermind, you will find that the first few weeks or month, you have to be, oh, have you done your reports? Have you done this? Did you do this? Did you do that? But gradually, these children will begin to ease in on the system on their own gradually. And before you know it, we have parents that after 6 months, 7 months, do not even have to say a word, and their children are running their show on their own. We get the children, and it's your everyday life. That's the truth. It's their everyday life. And the things that they should do naturally, the things that they should do, take care of yourself now. That has nothing to do with anybody. The space where you stay in, your children helping you out in the kitchen, your children making time to study, your children making time to read for leisure, your children being in tune with their interests, and then understanding that all of these things we say are things that are the things that should come naturally, or the things that we struggle as parents to get our children interested in. What we do in the circle, we make the children understand why this is important for them, to them, and why it is beneficial to them more than it is to you. And what it does for you when your children understand this is it takes all that strife and all the wahala, all the fights at home, because the child cannot begin to direct themselves. So you are talking less, you are instructing less, there's less strife in the home, and the less you have all of these turbulence in your home, the more stable your home is. The more stable your home is, the more effective your child is in their learning. The more effective all of this is, the more connection you have as parents with your children. And guess what? One of our biggest vision, or one of our biggest expectation after your child has been with us from now till they are about 13, 14, 15, is that you have a teenager. You have a teenager who is already engaged, a teenager who is already in tune with themselves, a teenager that is skilled and empowered, a teenager that will not stress you. So I say it every time. I have a covenant with God that my teenagers and we have a wonderful parent-teen relationship. So in my head, this is it. Oh, as I'm here sitting down like this and gisting with you, if you heard, my son came and he thought that I had finished the session, and he said, "Mommy, I have finished cooking." And then I had to do this to him, like, I'm still in the session, because he came. This session was supposed to end at 7:30. All right. So he came thinking I was done and I was doing something else. And he's like, "Food is ready, like, come and eat." I'm sitting down here. My 13-year-old has made dinner and all of that. So parents, when your child is equipped, when your child is skilled, you give yourself peace and you give them peace. Do you know why? At 13, we went out. We got back. We had been hanging out with friends, went for a picnic and all of that. We came back and I came to prepare for this. He went straight and he made dinner. Now we're not stressing. We're not fighting about my 13-year-old going to cook. Is he at 15 that we will fight about what he's been doing for 5 years? Is he at 15? So no, at 15, we will not be, there will be no tussle. At 15, stepping in and making rice and stew will be easy peasy. He's done it for 5 straight years. So what we do a lot of times is we are there moving our 12, 10-year-old, 13-year-old, acting as if they are little children, they are not supposed to do anything. And then all of a sudden, we wake up one day, they are 15. And you're wondering why your 15-year-old is there pressing and playing with your phone when you are cooking. Or when you are tired, you cannot say to your 16-year-old, go and do this, and the child is grumbling. Why wouldn't they grumble? Why wouldn't they grumble? Because you didn't take me through the process. You did not make me understand that this was important before now. So no, I'm not used to it. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I will only do it when I need to eat noodles. I will only do it when I want to eat bread and I want to make sandwich for myself. So that's why we have 16 teenagers who are self-centered. They only do anything when there is a gain, profit for themselves. When it doesn't pay them, they are not interested. So these are part of the things that we have at the back of our mind when we do this in the Mastermind Circle. And we're not leaving it at that. When the children even graduate, we are taking them into the Mastermind Pro Max, where they become peer mentors to the younger ones. No, we have plans to make your children leaders, solid one. We will raise leaders, we will raise governors, we will raise presidents, we will raise captains of industries, inventors, we will raise lawyers, we will raise amazing people in this circle. Watch it. Watch. I mean, just watch out. That's what I mean. That's all I can say to you. So thank you very much, blessings, mom. Thank you so much. Someone said my daughter is 11, and I want to build a system that will come to the mastermind. She's perfect for us. Okay, that age is perfect for us. The child is supposed to be here between ages 6 and 13. So yes, your child belongs right here with us. Please bring her to the Mastermind Circle. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you are in. The Mastermind Circle is 100% online, so your child can join from any part of the world. How does this now? You've told us already how it's trickled down to her younger sibling. I see him from time to time when I'm doing a one-on-one with her, and all of that. I see how they are so close. I even read, from her reports how they are so close. She's always spending time with her brother and all of that. And that's it. I feel like I know the children, right? I know the children so well because parents, I mean, what am I saying? I read about their lives. I read about what's going on with them every day. So yeah, sometimes I go and I call a child and I'm like, oh, so what happened with that project, or what happened with that friend that you had the problem with? What happened with that thing? Because hey, I am in tune with what's going on with them, and it's such an amazing experience. And even for you as a parent, it's just a comfort knowing that there's some other person who has your intention, and your good at the back of their mind, and there's some other person who is willingly doing this with you, right? Right, blessings, mom. Right? Are you there? You look frozen.
Yes,
is she there?
that's true.
Can you hear me? Okay, you're here.
Yes, I
All
am.
right. Okay. So I was saying, I mean, there's some kind of comfort you get as a parent, just knowing that there's some other person somewhere who has your interest, who has the interest of your child at the back of their mind, just like you. Someone that you can say, ma, see what's going on here. What do you think? What should we do? I know you always do that. You will reach out and say, okay, ma, this is it. What do you think I should do? And all of that. How does that make you feel as a parent?
Yeah, very well. Sometimes we need one another, especially trusted persons. We can't do all the child training on our own. You used to say something that you also need the skills, you also need knowledgeable and trusted people out there to also help in the parenting journey. And I can say Coach Marybeth is one we can depend on, you know, with our knowledge, with our skills, with all that she's been through and all that she knows, we can always count on her. She's a shoulder that we can always lean on, actually. So it's a good one. It's a good one to have somebody or a system that has been tested and trusted, that works, and a system that you can actually rely on, and that's the mastermind.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you very much. You know the way we say it, follow who know road, right? We need to follow who know road, oh. You better follow who know road. As I am like this, me, I'm following the people that know road. So you better identify who can help your children and follow. All right, so thank you so much, Blessings Mom. All right, so I think we've been here for long enough. We need to let you go. So before you go, what would be your last word? Say for a parent out there who has an 8-year-old like your daughter, okay? What would you say to those parents, about the mastermind, and if you have to advise them?
I would say that a child's self-esteem is from home, and we need to get to a point of consolidation, and that's what the mastermind helps us
Yeah.
with. The mastermind has, like I said earlier, the tools, the system. It's a system that works. It works like magic, actually. You need to get the tools, the right tools. You need to know how best to support your child. You need to know how to stretch your child in the right and profitable way. And that you get from the mastermind. We have learned a lot from the mastermind. Like, sometimes we use the words like this litmus test. I know Coach Mary knows so much about that. If you want to know more about it, come into the mastermind. Litmus tests in terms of every aspect, how to make friends, how to choose, make your choices, how to decide on what to do when you are faced with peer pressure. That's where the litmus test comes in. How to have personal values, family values. What have we not learned? A lot to learn from the mastermind. So it's a place to be. It's a system that works. It has the right routine that when you work with it, it helps build you and your family or your children with the right mindset. So you go through life with the right mindset. You have the right mindset for parenting. You have the right mindset for raising your kids. So a system like the mastermind is one that you just have to be part of. You get to learn a lot about the window period, sensitive period. You get to learn a lot about. Sometimes we think, you know for children, we think they are too small or too young to learn things.
Yeah.
But in the mastermind, you get to understand that that is even the right time to teach them that thing you are thinking is too difficult for them to assimilate or learn. Because there we got to understand their window period, their sensitive period, and the need, like she said about our own children. So there's a need for us to start early. Please, we shouldn't waste time. Instead, let's invest in our time by following the right system, by having the right tools, by having the right resources, and by having the right strategy. And this you can get in the mastermind. So please be encouraged, be a part of the mastermind, and I can guarantee you that indeed you have testimony. Thank you so much. I want to thank you to Coach Marybeth, Kamsi, and the Mastermind Circle. Seriously, we are blessed and we are very happy about it, and we have learned a lot. Every aspect. Is it financial? Is it every aspect? Is it academics? Is it skills? Oh my God, the last conference, when you are part of it, you get to be part of. Even the mastermind conference, we learned a lot from it. So please, it's a place you have to bring your children into. I can't say it all. When you come in, you get to understand. Thank you so much.
All right, all right.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Miss Gift Ehiwe. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for all you do for blessing for your children. Thank you for all you do, even in the mastermind. We are super, super, thankful. Okay, so you have heard it all from the mouth of the people having these experiences. So we bring them here so that we're not the one telling you our story. Before you say, I beg, they're always talking about themselves. These are the parents talking about their own journey. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you like to enroll your child for the Mastermind Circle, you see the information scrolling on your screen right now. Just grab a screenshot and then use that information. Book a slot for just 5,000 naira, and then you can pay what is left in the next 2 months. All right. Before we begin on the 1st of September. The mastermind is just 50,000 naira pay for the entire year. That brings it to about 4,000 and a little naira. I didn't say dollars. 4,000 naira and a little per month. I like to say this every time. You cannot pay a lesson teacher in my village 4,000 naira to come and teach your child, even if it is just math, 3 times in a week. It's not possible. Nobody's going to take 4,000 naira from you. But this is all that you need to pay at the mastermind for us to be with your child 7 days a week, 30 days a month for 12 whole months of the year. And it's not okay, how are you? Bye. Gather them, talk to them once in a while. It's every day. It's me. I mention every child's name in the mastermind every day. Provided your reports hits me, I am saying to you, hi, blessing, amazing thing you did today. I like this. I want you to look at this. Could you do it differently? And all of that. Meaning, I am giving your child feedback or giving your children feedback every day, all through the month, all through the years, for just 4,000 naira per month. You will not get this anywhere. I mean, anywhere in the world. Thank you very much, parents. Thank you, everyone who has been a part of this. Thank you for our mastermind partners. Okay, and to our prospective partners, we're waiting for you. We have a long list already of parents who have registered and have taken their slots. So we're waiting for you to also join them today. All right. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we'll be here with another parent sharing his or own experience. Okay. And for now, we want to say thank you very much. If you are catching the replay, let us know if you got value from the session. Thank you again, Mrs. Ehiwe. We are so blessed to have you as part of us. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much. Bye. Sorry, we're taking extra
Nice.
time from you. Thank you so much, ma. Bye. All right,
Okay, ma'am.
bye.
Yeah.